Today, Broadbent has shit on his chest, Beyond's mother has hips like a rhino, and Alsatian penises? This is the fourth episode of Where Winning Matters, Premier Battles Tournament for $3,000. Let's talk about it.
I must not give in to these fantasies of weakness. Doubtless this is some charm laid on me by an evil shaman, evil sorcerer. Only the chase has meaning.
Yeah. Keep running. Look, I'm in the outback where it's spooky. Wildcats still pursue me like owls do to the rest, and the clouds do when I'm moody. Proud dads to Suzuki's, you backed out and amuse me. I'm good hair from I tear your whole crown flat. From I'm in the outback with no neighbors, giant snakes and the gators. You feel fear in your veins ever since the moment you came in. Heat raises the stakes and baked meat is the fragrance. I reign here from a day you to doubt that. From I'm in the outback with my chest out, I'm the best out. Who's next? Put you through the test, do to chew your neck out. When you eat through tube and bed bound, from I eat mountains for breakfast. Keep rounds in these necklaces.
Shout out to everybody out there who's watching this, subscribe to the channel. We're doing big things. My man Cammy, it's your man Cass, aka MV Fan Man. We up out of here, man.
First of all, yes, I know I am super duper famous now. I'm hoping to put more podcast clips up from my channel. However, I do feel like I probably should introduce it first, because it felt like it just sort of went right into it, where I should sit there and go, this is another thing, because I did it at the end rather than the start. So you might see a few more of them coming up in the weeks to come. Salute Briggsy for approaching me about that, and just put, like, we want to put some more content up for us, so I'll be looking to do that more. Now, this week, I already said it last week, this was going to be the developmental week. This was always going to be the developmental week, and it's, you could tell with the viewership and whatnot of the live. I think there was like maybe 40, it jumped up to 50, 60 at times, but it was kind of about the 45 level, which, you know, is fine. It was always going to be a bit like that when it came to this specific week, just because we've already went through a lot of the battles already in, you know, and when you see the people that were on the cards, you're kind of like, maybe I don't need to watch it, but you should. You absolutely fucking should, especially if you're coming here and not watching the show. Watch the Premier Battle show, Where Winning Matters, every Sunday, 8 o'clock UK time. Always that time. But you know what? The show was fun. The show was fun. So, I'm still missing the conversations. Like, there's clearly parts that are being cut out from Bobby Rex, Shotty, and Stro. I'm missing them. I like them, and clearly there's been a lot said, and they've had to cut it quite short. I'm a bit sad about that. But you know, we kind of got straight into the battles, and I was able to have my spot. And Kingsley had a funny video on. I forgot about that video versus Bar. That's really funny. It was a really good video. Definitely made me chuckle for sure. But I guess let's just get straight to the battles. So, we'll start off with possibly one of my favorite performances of that entire day. Enigma versus Jim Bob Gnarly. Now, this was a surprise for me watching it on the day. Like, in general, you know, Jim Bob Gnarly is probably some of his best performances that he's had. Even though the stumble at the start, but he actually did really well. Like, all things considered, he actually put in a good job. He put in some good work, and there was decent material there, and some quite concise material inside of the round. So, like, it was enjoyable from Jim Bob Gnarly. However, the second round from Enigma, it was so good. The never-ending storyline, like this is Enigma's best performance by quite a long margin. Like, Enigma's been good, and there was a point where I feel like maybe 2021, 2020, maybe, like, Enigma, even 2019, Enigma was good. and then it just sort of like it kind of, I don't know if it was complacency or not a level to grow or anything like that. It just wasn't quite landing the same. But this was great work from Enigma, and really good with the time limits. So like, as much as we're like, oh yeah, so it's 60 seconds and whatnot, and like he was able to get over his material very well, and even like just there's a lot of nuance in his rounds. Like there's a lot of like I'm just really impressed with Enigma. I didn't expect this from him. Like I kind of expected what we've had before from Enigma rather than this. It was good work from Enigma, and it puts him in a position where like he must be like one of the best of his group. Like he must be, like, with it when it comes to like these battles and whatnot. He must be one of the just off this performance alone, he'd be one of the favorites in his entire group. But we'll see what happens moving forward. I probably gave that a 3-0 to Enigma. However, you know, like Jim Bob was fighting in there, and Jim Bob. I was also impressed by Jim Bob in this battle too. I was impressed by him, and I want to see more from these guys. Like, I'll be honest, like I want to see more. And I just even Jim Bob needs to own his material more. Like, it's not like a lack of confidence, and I just need him to own it. Need him to be like, yeah, I said that. Yeah, like a little bit more of just pursuing the opponent. You know, like. You know, if I would like him to step forward to Enigma a little more. Maybe even just kind of pacing around them a little bit more. It just sort of felt like he was stagnant in saying the things and going to the next line, to the next line, to the next line. And when you've not got all these other things that can kind of cover up a little stumble, then it kind of highlights. I'm struggling in this line here. It highlights it a lot more. So, as I said, I think 3-0 Enigma. He done very, very well, and I just look forward to seeing more. And Jim Bob too. It's one of the better battles of the entire tourney. The entire day. Like, it was one of the better battles for sure. 7-Wave versus Beyond now. Yeah. I'm gonna try. You know what? No, I'm not. There's no point me. No point me lying, and no point me going OD with it either. I think 7-Wave needs to get off the floor. he needs to. He's bowling. Get the gutters down. And just play bowls. Just throw that bitch down the alley. Like you do not need to rely on your flow. You do not need to rely on the bounce, because you are forcing rhymes. Like they are rhyming, but you are forcing them, and it's not very conversational. Like, unfortunately, Beyond done what Beyond done. To me, 7-Wave just needs to work on actively being like allow the material to have space, work on a bit of comedic timing, because this is more of a, as much as this is rap and poetry, this is a presentation, this is a comedic set, there's a lot of things to it. Work on the other fundamental, like he can rap, absolutely, and I'm 100% positive on the beat he's sick. But the thing is with the beats, and this is actually something that maybe in the future I'll talk about with the diss tracks, your bars are hidden behind the beat, and when the beat is gone, the bars are exposed. And that's what happened here. Oh, editor me speaking real quick. One thing that should be mentioned as well is I think Shotty Horror kind of
perfectly said it. The sportsmanship, not great from Seven Wave. In battle rap, you never root for someone to choke. That's not. You never go yes, choked. Like that's poor form, and even at the start, talking at the rounds and whatnot, it's not ideal. I don't like battle rap is battle rap, and we all have a bit of an attitude and whatnot. But I think there's a common line of, you know, you got to let them get their shit off, essentially. You know. However, Shorty Horror might be the worst person to say that, but you know what?
So you spell my name wrong on the flyer and you can't play my fucking music properly, huh? Oh, it's a setup, yeah? They're going warm up in the room and everyone's ganging up on it. Hottie Horror. You're playing every tune at fucking -3.
Shorty Horror, he's aware of it. But yeah, I think that wasn't ideal. I think if you were kicking ass and, you know, the material was A1, if you were absolutely smoking shit, then maybe like maybe you have a bit more of like, well, like, I'm killing you. It's the idea of rooting for someone to choke and then stumbling and missing your material inside of that as well, which wasn't ideal. Like, so you kind of looked silly afterwards. But you know, again, it's all learning stuff. You'll figure it out. But just we'll get back to talk about the rest of the battle. But I wanted to highlight that here because, you know, it's not ideal. Like, just keep it, you know, keep it hush, and you don't have to think too much about it, and just let the battle happen. Let him have his own car crash and let him fall apart. You don't have to be, I'm not saying because of it, you don't have to be a part of it. Just let the man dig his own shovel. Like, you don't need to do that. Let's get back to it.
However, that's not to say that Beyond did any better. Like 100% honest, this was a terrible start for Beyond. I think I got watching the battle, I got a video of Yaneth, who because he's a dick, he was like planking on the floor because it was like the group that he was battling. So you're a dick. like it wasn't a great battle though, so like I could see his frustration of being like, oh, this is my group, these are the people that I am with, like, why am I with these people? I can see the frustration on his end. However, if you come here for the exclusive on this one, don't give up on Beyond yet. Do not give up on Beyond yet. Beyond does have a good battle. I don't know about his third battles or anything like that, but he had a good battle his next one. So keep an eye on that. Okay? Don't throw Beyond in the trash yet. Give him another. Give him another, and I think you'll be a bit more impressed. But yeah, this was an awful introduction. Like, the fact he got the second round is brilliant. like we all walked away thinking that was a 3-0. Beyond knew that was a 3-0. Like, everyone knew that was a 3-0. However, I respect them giving so like Maverick and whatnot giving Beyond the second, because you know what, Beyond's lines were better, but yeah, there's a cost for a lack of consistency. So 7 Wave, I would probably say 3-0, but I did like Beyond's material. Just don't give up on Beyond yet. I'll be 100% honest. And 7 Wave battle? He might have battled, actually. Like, I'm struggling to remember 7 Beyond's next battle. I'll have to check that later, because I took notes of it all. But as I say, I think that was a 3-0 and just an unfortunate start. And is Now I have to ask him because Beyond was he was a nice guy, and I didn't even think to ask him because I assumed that he's American, right? I know what you call Spirit is, but or maybe it's just Americanisms. I have that, so I'm not gonna sit there and go, you sound American. I have Americanisms through battle rap. Like I do. Like I absolutely do. Like I do not sound like the people that I'm around. I do not sound like the people that I do not sound like my neighbors. I do not sound like my friends. I do not sound like my family. Like I have that little American part of me. So like and just at least the I don't say the lack of accent, because no one has a lack of accent. I just clearly have just I'm different. You know what I mean? Like, I think some people from where I'm from thought I was Canadian. Like, but that beyond the point. I couldn't make a pun out of 7-Wave. 7-Wave 3-0. Let's talk about the last battle. Broadbent versus Quicksilver. A great performance from Quicksilver. Just to cut to the chase. I think Quicksilver probably got all three. Broadbent is a character. Like I would like what was the guy from Scotland called again? Is it I'm sure it's like Nameless, but it's like N3M3L344 or like N4ME. Like it's you'll know who I'm talking about if you remember. Like I would like to see Nameless versus Broadbent. I just think that would be one of those that's just a funny for characters and be like, okay, well we'll see what happens. We'll see how it works. We'll see how things are. Just personally, I would think it'd be quite a fun battle. But I just got to give Quicksilver credit. He is 60 seconds done. There's not a second more. This is timely fashion. I am out of here afterwards. I was quite impressed by that turnaround. I will be honest. I was quite impressed. But Quicksilver 3-0. Broadbent just couldn't. And Broadbent is good. He just couldn't finish a round, or he just he just kept getting stopped. He kept it just trying to. It kind of felt like he couldn't be confident to finish his bars because he was afraid of being stopped. And then when he went and then got stopped, like, but again, another 3-0. Was this all 30s? Yeah, this was all 30s today. Another week of all 30s. But that leads on to next week. Yes, next week is the first of the next rounds. Now, to be honest, if I was Premier Battles, I put Beyond Battle first. I would put Beyond Battle first and just sort of give him that redemption arc. And because you can kind of save him. Like, okay, we got Beyond here. You just did this. Next week, whether it was Beyond, I think it was. What were the battles? I can't even remember. I'm sure it was definitely Dub T Kick. Obviously, there's a Pedro and the Burke. That happened. Yeah, like that's a funny one. You'll love that. That one's just for the fans. But yeah, I would try and put Beyond Battle out. Oh, it was Briggsy and Hulk. Afterwards, I would put Beyond's Battle out. Like the next week, if you're gonna, like I said, Hulk and Briggsy, that's been a long time coming, so like you kind of got to get them back, after a developmental week. But yeah, I would at least say get the Hulk Briggsy, do that Dub T Kick Nelly, and next week get the Beyond Battle out. Just get that one out. But very interesting. I'm excited to see how the second ones come around, because that area where the second round happens. That's where Briggsy and me did the pack opening. That is where Bobby is with Shotty and them, like Shotty and Stro, doing all the conversations. That is what they call Feel Weird Studio. However, Feel Weird Studio, I think, is moving places. There was something about it. They were doing funding and whatnot. So that it might be that it's moved studios or something like that. I don't know the ins and outs. So that is for next week. I'll look forward to talking about them battles too. Just before we go, announcement stuff. So, quite a lot coming out tomorrow as you're watching this on the Monday. On the Tuesday, probably about 7 o'clock, I will have the Trenches TB UK prediction video. That's quite a long video because they're back. They're back at it like crack addicts, and it's like Chess versus A Petrelli, Amity versus T-Top, Kaale Smooth. God, who's Kaale Smooth battling again? I know Steams versus River. Who the hell's Kaale Smooth battling again? Craig. Yeah, so like, you know, there's a lot to talk about there. And salute Amity and whatnot. So that's coming out tomorrow, and then on Wednesday, gonna do a live stream. Go do a live stream on Wednesday night. I will probably be live for about 8 o'clock, but we are going to do Battle Rap Bingo. More will be discussed on the live stream from my end, and then I've got me and a few others. It's a drinking game. Come join in, have a laugh. If you want to join in on the bingo, you can. I'll explain it on the live stream, but I'll probably start streaming from 8, and then I think we've kind of said about 9 would be a good time to try and start it. So that's what's coming up for the next week. I'll hopefully be back to then do the prediction for the next week video as well, because I'm going to be in London. I will say I basically planned London months in advance because it came out like at Summer Madness weekend that Chess was coming to the UK in January. Now, because of that, I only found out a week and a half ago or so that the next rounds are happening in Premier Battles. So that's also happening in Manchester because they've got their 16. It's all I have no idea. Who's through. So we have basically the weekend's a big weekend in Battle Rap. If you can make it to the hit up Briggsy and whatnot, if you can make it to there, if you want to be part of the studio guest or whatever, or if it's an invite thing, make a point in being there. Or if you can come down to London where I'll be at for the Trenches, we'll catch up, shoot the shit, all that. I think it's in the engine rooms, I think, and they move venues to the engine rooms, I think. And also, I will try and get a recap up from the Sunday's episode next week. However, I will be traveling back and I will probably be tired. So I'm being 100% honest. Like it might end up being just a little bit later on the Monday when I sit down and actively do the recap, because I'm going to be knackered. I'm probably going to be hungover as well. So with that being said, Premier Battles, We're Winning Matters, episode 4. Catch you guys tomorrow. Catch you guys on the Wednesday. Catch you guys on next Monday. And probably catch you guys on the Tuesday or Wednesday when I upload the recap of the Trenches. Cammygbr. Peace.